Cool, cool.
We'll be live in a second.
Me
It's
too,
loading.
Simon. Did
Perfect.
you close it?
Okay.
What's
So
happening?
like, is everything all right? I think we are live, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's still loading, but we should be live.
Yeah, I think like, so from my experience, even if like when you do live stream and the YouTube session is loading, you can just close it because it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll do it. Got it. It's live. Yeah, we're live. Good.
Perfect. So like, I think one of the main agenda for today's call is to like give an update about our plan for coming week. And since there are a few people who are leading some projects, if they can elaborate on how can others join them, it might be helpful for other peoples to get onboarded on this call and elaborate. So without much ado, I know Bobby is doing some cool 3D animation. I'm gonna hand it over to Bobby.
So I still haven't really started coding anything or even designing anything for the website because I'm focused on the main subject of the background. Like we want the website. Hello, that's right. Now we see you from your new mustache. Cool. So we want the background to be interactive and to also have some kind of a connection with Web3 and the community in ArchiDAO. So that's why it's taking a long time to understand what's going to be in the background of the website. And this is going to shape the whole design of the rest of the thing. So that's what I'm looking for mostly now. And I can show you quickly the exploit. Can you see the screen?
Yep.
Cool. So here's just an example. My mouse has broken, so I'm facing a little problem with this thing, but okay.
It gets hard in Blender without the mouse.
Yes, it's super hard. So I've been thinking of some kind of shape morphing thing with the logo because we don't have many images. That really connects to us at ArchiDAO, and even blockchain. There's not something super easy to jump from the image to the concept of the decentralization. Something that would look cool. I know that there are many images around that could explain decentralization and even blockchain, but they are not. It is hard to find something that would really match with us. Like we didn't want it to be a building or a construction. We didn't want it to literal. So the logo is the thing that is closer to us. So that's what I'm starting, thinking of something like I know through the Discord poll that we did last week, 2 weeks ago, that most of us are interested in this 3D background with some interactivity, with a scroll related animation, and then we need a 3D, and we need it to be animated somehow, even maybe just moving or shape-shifting or even clicking, I don't know yet. Or we are also considering some kind of relationship with the NFTs that people might have. So whenever they would connect their wallets with our website, we would be able to read their NFT and display it around some kind of maybe like a flag morphing around this shape that we would have on the background. That's the basic idea. And we are now in the very, very beginning, actually trying to come up with these ideas, thinking of what is cool or is not. So most of the help that we need now is that. So anyone who are willing to brainstorm around the possibilities, I would be much happy to have anyone together discussing that on Discord or whenever time that we might have.
Can I
That's
jump in on specific that?
yes, sure, please.
In one of the community calls, we had Liam Tutil from BOM Technologies offering to do a branding workshop with us. So his specialty is community building and branding for high-tech startups. And I think he has shown me some of the work he has done for other communities and for other companies. And I think it's a brilliant process they have in terms of doing that. So I'd like to connect him with you, and then we can do more kind of community focused event where Liam is going to come and help us kind of drive the branding. And I think I was having a discussion with him today, and I was asking the same questions in terms of, you know, do you go with a democratic vote or do you try to take expertise? And he has a kind of more of a facilitator kind of approach, and I think he can help us break that dichotomy of, you know, do we vote for everything or do we kind of try to co-design it? If you know.
Perfect. If we could make it like this week or next week, it work perfectly to stick with our plan to be able to deliver the website on time at the end of the year. Thank you very much.
And so one thing is like, so I know Bobby, like the context of the end, I think like there might be people who are watching this video or new on the call. If we can like share a reference, how you're imagining this on the website, is it a video playing or is it the scrolling effect? Because just to get everyone on the same page.
I'll open that in a second.
Cool. And meanwhile, like Bobby is opening the website, is there anyone who is specifically interested in contributing in any aspect of the website? This might be a good time to share your thoughts or interest.
Yeah. I'll also try and help with the website. I'll maybe try and arrange a call with Bobby and maybe sit together and just start with a wireframing or something. And because I think we're going to go with React, and then I'm not sure what CSS library we're going to use, but I think it's something to chat about, and yeah, go from there. Maybe get an initial easy design and then build on top of that.
Yep. I have used like Tailwind CSS with React. Sometimes it has good like template, but there are like couple good options of like getting grids and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've also looked at like style components, which is like what CSS component for React, which makes it quite nice. But yeah, it depends what everybody is versed in or what makes it easier, what makes it easy for everybody. But yeah, I'm keen to explore anything there.
Okay, without mouse, let's see if it works or not, but it does. Okay, so the thing about the NFT is that if people would be willing, first thing, would be willing to connect their wallets to our website, besides the possibility of having a security problem. If they are willing to connect, they might have some 2D NFTs. So if we want to display these 2D NFTs, how would we make it interesting to be like moving or shaping something on the website? So I came up with this reference, like the 2D image morphing around a 3D shape. And I thought that this could be somehow happening on the background. And this is the same other example that we saw with the logo shape morphing. And this is another website reference that we like very much, that has some kind of movement and display different contents, and it has some interactivity. Whenever you touch the button, it changes the background. So I thought, okay, it could be like some of our projects on the background. Whenever you click, it would change the reference on the background. And
Did we lose
Oh, we
her?
lost her. Yeah.
The content of the website. It's just a list. Anyway, I think this kind of look is very, it can be very, it has a feeling of technology, but besides that, we've been discussing that we might need as well to disconnect ourselves from the spatial theme, because we already have the NASA project, and if we go for something that looks too much like moon or Mars or something like a rocket, something like, or stars. Stars look great in 3JS. We know that they are great, like galaxies to render in a screen. They were super nice, but we don't want to pass that image. So I think the branding workshop would be great.
It also gives me another idea now in terms of the ArchiDAO NFT that we use as ID for members. Because all of the times we have been thinking about this, even when we started it as NFT skills, we thought, the representation the NFT has is a set of numbers, right? Like, you're good with web design, you're good with architectural design. So, but if you're actually one of the ArchiDAO members and you connect to the website, right, and you connect your wallet with it, it would be nice if then the whole thing changes so that it shows your NFT with some kind of spatial representation. I have no idea. I just thought about it now. But it could be that we read some of the numbers that are kind of like, how many projects you've done, and we translate this into a parametric system that has a spatial quality or whatever.
Yeah, you could do like a heat map of all the stuff that you've done,
Or it could be, it generates a 3-dimensional object, and that's, as soon as this changes, it generates a new one. I don't know. It might be kind of like a, I can now think of a million ways we can represent this.
Yeah, if we have data with this NFT skills, if we have many users and a lot of data connected, we can parametrically create anything.
Exactly.
But
basically,
we are not going to be able to have that for December, probably, right?
Oh, I know. Don't worry about that. If we arrive at the level where we have in December the ArchiDAO NFT connected to your skills as a JSON, right, with some numbers, and then it recognizes it as soon as you connect your wallet to the website, I will be having a fantastic Christmas. I mean, I'm going to be buying a lot of wine, right? I'm going to be sending you
knew
whiskeys.
it would be wine.
I was expecting scotch, but
Yeah, but okay, I'm going to send you a scotch as well.
Good.
Hey, Barbie.
Go ahead.
Just quickly, I sent a link to an NFT marketplace called Paris, and those NFTs are like playing cards, and when you move your cursor across them, they basically turn ever so slightly in the direction of your cursor. It's kind of a fun sort of interaction.
Yeah. I just had a quick thought. One possibility, so instead of like say querying all the NFT of a wallet address, what we could do is by default, if you log in with your wallet first time, ArchiDAO NFT like mints a 3D builder, and then let's say, like you could imagine a game player where, okay, I'm a basic Bob builder. If I do some computational jobs, then the NFT gets augmented with the metadata and your 3D avatar gets modified. So what I was thinking, instead of querying all the user NFTs, we just fetch ArchiDAO NFT of that wallet, and it's a 3D model. So we just fetch from the IPFS, and the 3D model is like composable. So, okay, now you can add fabrication, robotics, and various avatar. But I think we got diverged from, so there is like one main website 3D background and another background which updates based on NFT. I think like this main background is what the focus of the topic was.
Yeah, and you needed to be connected somehow, have a language, a story, and it needs to be also cool if people are not connected. That's the basic starting point.
What if like if we have a gallery as a 3D website, you know, in 3GS you can walk around the world. So in that gallery, if you connect the wallet, automatically all the pictures in the gallery updates from their NFT collection. So
I personally, maybe it's just me, but I don't have a feeling that it's such a good experience for a user just to log in a website and be already in the 3D environment where it has to find its way on its own.
Yeah.
Usually it's not that well.
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, one of the things we need to think of is someone is coming to the website, you know, you need to think of the user experience, right? So if someone's coming to the website to become a member, okay, if you're an architect and you take them into a
Onboarding, yeah.
3-dimensional thing, like they're going to be like, yeah, wow, this is fantastic, right? You get a client.
Or, sorry,
Yeah.
just to, before you continue, or the computer might not be that good, or internet, what happens here in Brazil, for example. Okay, but if the internet is bad, capabilities are not that so good, and the
Yeah.
experience can also be bad. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, I think you need to think of, say, mobile devices, not with mobile devices in the developing world, right? So maximum 3G, something like that. You need to think also of, I mean, we have areas that are fancy, but you need to think of, you know, what is this person trying to find out? Are they trying to find out how to join us, right? So there's a section for that. Are they trying to hire us? There's a section for that. Are they web native, Web3 native, or are they, is this whole blockchain mumbo jumbo new to them, right? Because if they're if they're native to Web3, right, it would be something like, yeah, go buy this NFT and then, you know, we'll be in contact and that's fine, right, done. But if this is completely new to them, you need 1 or 2 meetings to actually explain the whole thing to them. So, you know, we need something that maybe is a landing page where they kind of understand what this is about, and if they have more questions or if they want to actually get us to do, I don't know, their next project, you know, press this button and this is where you're going to go. And it should be as a user experience as stress-free and as friction-free as possible. And then we can go, well, if you want to see some fancy stuff that we can do, here's the 3D gallery, here's the crypto twin, here's the metaverse stuff.
I know, like, so there is this like 3D model hosting service called Echo 3D, ECHO 3D. So what it does pretty good is, depending on the bandwidth of the user, if it's high bandwidth, it loads high fidelity model. If it's low bandwidth, it loads low fidelity 3D model. So we could use that optimization for it. So instead of hosting our own 3D model, you host on their server, and using API, it's fetching the 3D data instead of like storing it on the server.
So I mean, I agree with, you know, doing an optimization, but I think we should start with what is the user experience, what is the user journey in terms of who are these people that we want to target, right? And it's basically, from my basic, really simple understanding, is people who want to be Archidao members or are already Archidao members, people who want to pay us to do work for them, and people who just want to interact with the DAO, and maybe there is no monetary relationship. So if we're talking, for example, let's take the third part, right? So if it's someone who wants to experience the models, yeah, that's a good experience to say, well, I want to see, you know, cutting edge stuff, right? So I want to load it on my mobile and go like, okay, shake it and see what is going on. But if you're looking to get high paying, I mean, I'm imagining now, you know, high paying customer and executive who doesn't have a lot of time and doesn't want to go through the fancy stuff, you need a really, here's how we are really good, press here to pay us to hire us. You want something like super smooth.
Can I just add to that is that, the key you really got to focus on is not even use the word metaverse or DAO or blockchain for that matter. Focus solely on the value propositions, and then you can progressive onboard people that are interested in those value propositions, and that's it. And then everything will just branch out from there, and we can get all technical.
Hilariously, I would agree with you with only one exception, the word metaverse, which so far has been proven to act like, if you mention blockchain smart contracts, everybody was like, I don't care, right? I mean, I don't understand this. If you say metaverse, oh yes, I want this. Right?
Yeah.
Even though they don't understand, what it is about.
But what I'm saying is that, okay, but you could reframe it. Like, sure, yeah, metaverse. I mean, it's slated to be $1 trillion industry, but you could.
From they see some value in it, even though they don't already know what that value might be,
But we could help them. So what I'm saying is you could have a client that owns a building. They want to sell their energy to whoever is around them, basically at a certain price. Oh, fantastic! Sign me up. They don't need to know anything about the metaverse, but you could slap that in there and say this is via the metaverse for sure. But make it really clear the value, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Wasn't there actually an idea to have like a dashboard of like how many people are working on how many projects? Because once we have this as NFTs, there's another user of the website, and that's us checking the progress. But maybe that's not so important right now for the first version of it. But I think this could be actually inspirational in the like, if we want to show something cool in 3D, we will also gonna have every project of ours is also an NFT. So if you're showing NFTs, why don't those NFTs are the projects, and maybe then the people who worked on them, it's connected. So maybe somehow visualizing these like links could actually be a cool thing to have on the website.
So the question would be, is that the dashboard that is always public, or is that a dashboard that you have access to it after you connect with your address? Or all I'm trying to say is that probably you have some part of the dashboard public.
Yeah,
that makes sense. And part of it gets revealed as soon as you connect, and you can say, well, I'm a project manager on that project. What kind of skills do I have? What kind of milestones do I have? Visualize this for me. But I think initially that's probably kind of like version 3 or 4, rather than what Bobby is trying to do to build at the moment.
Yeah, like I think to Theo's point, like thinking about end users first. So let's say if a client is visiting our website, they want to know what's our portfolio and how to reach out to us. So a tab for that. If we are onboarding members, they want to know about us and how to join. So that 2 tabs. And then we start adding more cool features. Okay, you connect wallet, and then we show Archidav NFT or dashboard. But so in terms of priority, are we like, maybe the first phase is, are we prioritizing for the client experience or onboarding experience? Then like we have like 6 tabs, but like 1 or 2 like menus or tab are more important than other tabs. So
I would go with first prioritizing anyone who wants to hire us, and then second, so first revenue, put revenue first, and then anybody who wants to get on board, and then third or fourth version would be project management, dashboards, all of that. I mean, it still is going to come after the 100 days of code, but yeah, we need the funding and the money and the people who are going to come and say, I have this problem, can you solve it for me?
I think like the bottleneck here is like, maybe like when we were brainstorming earlier, in order to leave a lasting impression on the client, okay, these guys are doing cutting edge stuff. One way to show it is, oh, our website is special and they have done some metaverse work. Is there any other way to communicate or stand out among the peers?
Fast loading website, word of mouth, and then what Simon said in finding value.
But that's like performance wise, like I'm like content wise, if I'm saying, okay, Arkada, how does Arkada stand out, and we just have one tab, what would that be?
Okay, so you mean more from portfolio point of view? Because the other thing we can do is we can think of how the website ends up being a landing page from a campaign point of view. Like they've seen other content first and then they end up on the website.
And who's our target audience, you know, or audiences, you know?
Yeah, I was seeing like mostly the main traction or traffic is we are getting people who want to hire us for our metaverse services. And those could be like NFT projects or marketing teams. So those are our initial clients who are ready to pay us. Then there are people who are ready to support us. Okay, these guys are doing cutting edge DAO research, but they might not be like, I don't know how many grants people or universities check the website.
They do. The question is how many, you know, the problem is on the other level, right? So they might check it, we might end up in a couple of papers. Not a lot of the grants and university research people are gonna have the money to go, here's $100,000 you can put on good use. But I think you have nailed it in the past year. People who have come to us are basically looking into the metaverse space, blockchain-enabled metaverse space. I think that's the niche that initially we are kind of known for.
And also all the teaching. I think we're running a lot of workshops. There's a lot of knowledge being shared, and that's like currently, right? One of the things which is happening a lot. So maybe, you know, the part like getting to know the connection between blockchain and architecture, that's also another like type of user or the group interested in us, I guess.
Okay, so like to impress the metaverse clients, I think one way could be showing one of our space designed in, let's say, Decentraland as a background. Another option is showing our 3D modeling capabilities and show that as a background. Because then they see, oh, these guys are capable of that 3D or cool interaction. We should give them a chance and hire them. That's like 10-second rule of getting them do the next step.
Yeah, have like a portfolio almost.
It's basically shared portfolio of all the Arkadeo people. So everyone pitches in like one cool 3D model, and we can stack it up. That kind of makes sense. It's cool.
Yeah, but also going forward, we will have a lot of common projects as well.
I mean,
So
can I just throw this in, Mayo, if it helps, because I created a scene for Decentraland that, you know, could showcase how we can interact with Discord servers, how we, you know, can employ WebSocket technology, and then donations, and show that we can connect people's wallets basically in that space and receive donations, whether or not it's effective and it actually proves to be a place to collect donations, at least it's something we can throw in a portfolio and go like, oh yeah, we can do this.
I think like you mentioned a really good point. Like honestly, there are a lot of other metaverse studios out there who are doing 3D modeling. I think one of the piece which we stand out among the competitors is we not only do good modeling, but we have developers who can do this kind of interactions. So how do we communicate? It's like smart contract developers plus metaverse is making us the niche. It could be like
Yeah.
GIF of all the interactions, or like how do you connect the wallet in Decentraland? Yeah.
Totally. It's like kind of like what sustainability, green design is for IRL architecture, could be interactivity with architecture on the metaverse is, you know what I mean? It's the defining thing, because nearly anyone can just draw a crazy curvy building because they copied Zaha Hadid's concepts, whatever. But the interactivity can add so many other layers to it.
Yeah. It's difficult to communicate how well we are good at coding in the website. Right.
Have to let them experiment some of these possibilities. Everything we can code, we can.
Well,
show
yeah,
them
it's good. It's going to be a dynamic thing where we deliver projects and then go, we've done this one. We need to kind of, I don't think that's more on the website part. It's more initially on the track record. And then as soon as we have track record, we can go take a look at this. So it's more of a careful curation of what kind of track record we have now.
Yeah, and we need to have a way to easily add the new projects as long as they are developed. So if the website is only based on one or two good, eventually you're gonna have to rebuild it too soon, probably, because we're gonna improve it, keep improving. So maybe we should have something more neutral and have like a cool way to display all our works. In this point of view, I really like, which one was the, oops, this one. I closed my screen sharing, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also one thing, like I think we have like some awesome digital fabrication capabilities. We don't
know the really.
We are too much. I think like we are generalists. That's for sure. Like we could put everything that we are, but like
where did you see the generalists? Where did you see the generalists? I see a room full of experts. Where do you see the journalists?
I am a generalist, but whenever I'm talking to someone who's interested in coding, I must say that I'm a developer. If I say I can do dancing, sewing, cooking, like I can do cooking as well, like cakes, like I'm not gonna put that. So we need to focus. Like, that's why I delayed this long the beginning of the website, because I thought that Jefferson was creating like an analysis of what we are and what is our main value, and this would make it easy for us to understand our storytelling, like what and how we deliver value. We somehow need like a canvas, those canvas of what we are. Who are our competitors? We need that.
We'll do those as well, but these are kind of trying to decide the business plan at the moment. And if we try to go into, here's the problem: if you try to launch a startup in the traditional way, yeah, you're going to go through traditional way, the kind of value proposition, business model, canvas kind of way. you have to do all of the model canvases. You have to go talk to people, right? If you go talk to people now and go about decentralization and smart contracts and stuff like that and metaverse, right? The answer is going to be, you hippie, get off my lawn. I need you to stay away from me. This is completely nuts, right? So, and it won't work. Like I tell you, right? And the reason why I'm telling you this is that we tried starting a DAO in 2017, 2018 with David Lombardi, right? The answer was only, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean the architecture is gonna be this? No, it's like, no, it will never work. So part of the deal now is we have to build it. That's the problem, right? And a lot of times you talk to them and go like, and it gets improving. I mean, it improves year by year. So half of it is going to be building it, looking at the value proposition, going back and redoing it. It's exactly like the first website. We were like, we just need a landing page, go on WordPress, put some stuff over there, and then boom, you have it, right? And now we're looking at, version 2. So, don't hold on too dear onto fancy solutions. I would say, try to make it work.
Let's fail on the concept as well.
Yeah.
Perfect, makes sense. Okay, so I would say something cool. That's all we all agree on that. We need it to be cool, to be impressive, like somehow in the background it needs to be impressive, but also have some kind of accessibility. All right, and we want to easily display the coolest projects that we might have at that moment, because we are not sure exactly what we're gonna have in the next month, because we are generalists, but not say that for you anymore. And okay, so I would say go for something, not a project on the whole shape, and create a way to display everything, and somehow have a content tab for hire us that could start with the value proposition and have a form or a way to connect us. I would start with something simple like that, and then we could with this information, knowing that we are going to start focusing on the client, not on new community members, onboarding, and ourselves. If we start only with the client perspective, I think we would be ready to split the creation of this website already. Like one person could start with, okay, no, go. That's it.
No, you complete.
That was it. You can go.
And I was about to share same intent of okay, gotta leverage the metaverse. So Voxel Architects, this might be a good precedent where, okay, clear description, what they do about us, and a lot of metaverses they have worked with, and oops, but they had some 3D in the portfolio.
I like the conflation of partners and clients. That's a nice trick right there, to have a long list.
Okay, I was expecting spatial, but okay. They're given a screenshot of the spaces they were designed.
No, but this is designed for the guy who's going to find this and needs to go to the CEO and say, we need to hire these guys. This is why it's in PowerPoint format. Because if you try to speak to your 50, 55-year-old who is holding the budget, this is the language they understand.
Yeah. Elderly accessibility.
I think you have a point. Most of the people who gonna provide us are the marketing managers of that big company. And if they are convinced, they'll bring up to their authority to provide a service.
Yeah, so you need the fancy stuff for the people who are gonna experience it and go, yeah, these guys are good, we should hire them. But then internally you need to work with that person's boss's boss And having a deck that basically says, here are 20 projects, here is our excellence, go at it, instead of going, yeah, I'm going to show you how fantastic this is. The person with a budget has 10 minutes to make a decision. They're going to go like, yeah.
1 minute, maybe.
Yeah,
Like they don't give us 10 minutes. As far as I know, here in Brazil, the directors that they give you 30 seconds. If it's not accessible,
Elevator pitch.
yeah,
Okay, I think we
that's it.
gotta move on to other projects. So Bobby, what's the plan for next week, and how should people reach out to you and next steps?
Okay, maybe we could arrange a call with anyone interested. Like I know that Hiko is interested on going hands-on in this project as well. So we could create another timing to get together and split the task.
Mhm.
But the idea is to start with the wireframe.
I will bring you in contact with Liam and try to arrange the timing for that branding workshop, and I think it's going to be useful.
This
On my
workshop,
end.
like, do you think that it would be great to have everybody on this workshop? Like it would be bad if we would waste this opportunity only me and Hiko and him, for example.
I'm going to ask him to join us on Saturday. I don't know whether that's possible for him on the core group, and then maybe do 1 or 2 more. He's ready for that. He doesn't mind, right? And we've also given him. We're trying to work out on a deal with BOM that is a little bit more on a cooperation kind of basis. So we're giving them stuff, we're advising on them, and they will give us more time. So hopefully he can join on Saturday. Normally he is very flexible with that. But also it might mean that we do it next Saturday, in the sense that he's going to have to be ready and we're going to have to be ready as well to join.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just worried that we might waste some. Maybe we should focus our energy in other projects before that, and after the design workshop.
Let's try to find. I think let's try to find time slots where core group members can come, and the point of the meeting is the branding, and it's going to this is the Archidao branding meeting. That's it. It's not about other projects or strategy or anything else.
Perfect. Let's do that then.
Anyway, I'll try and coordinate that.
Yeah, I think so. If I'm getting right, you are focusing on the smart contract or Archidao NFT. I'm focusing on the crypto twin and Bobby on the website. So I think we could do a project specific meeting from here to before next Wednesday to discuss more details and the task. And
I would be keen if we ended up having this meeting more as a kind of stand up. This is what happened last week, and this is where we're moving on. And we had a really nice meeting with Hiko last Friday where we kind of discussed stuff. And my experience has been on the level of, let's try to focus on team building, and then during the week you might have 3 meetings on crypto twin, right? And you focus on really technical stuff, and this is more of a coordination meeting, right? Because I want to be involved in crypto twin as well, and I am involved, but I might not be driving the day-to-day stuff initially.
Yeah, one of the agenda of this meeting was, okay, we have people who are interested. Can we form our coordinate groups and start doing the actual work? I
mean, do you have people who, I think Simone and Simon were interested in crypto twin as well. I'm going to meet with Jirka and Simone on Monday at the ICADE conference. But I think it's more of a case of us setting more of a 2 to 3 meetings per week to proceed with the work. I have to admit, working on the Archidao NFT the past week on my own was a little bit of a lonely process on finding stuff out. I mean, I don't mind. I mean, I like working alone in certain aspects, but it might accelerate some stuff where you can kind of divide the work.
And I also think that the Consensus Academy is going to be something I should use to actually develop something for Archidao Skill NFT or the Crypto Twin, because that's going to be some part of it should be my project, I guess, in there.
I was also
would
thinking
like to
about that.
join these things,
Yeah.
and we need to somehow split it up into chunks, which makes sense.
The Crypto Twin is so massive that you will have a lot of opportunity there. Archidao NFT is also a good case because you might develop a soulbound token, but the other thing that might help you with this is looking at potentially the project NFT staking, right?
Yeah.
So start thinking of what, if we are to combine the consensus work with building essentially stuff for Archidao, think of what would you find compelling to work on, and then with me and Hiko and Major, we can talk about at least reaching an MVP level that you can kind of deliver.
Yeah. I also have some other not other but related ideas. So I think it's going to be a mix of that, or like MVP of some simple staking or like getting things.
All I'm trying to say is that I mean, I can tell you with Hiko, for example, we both, when we went through the Consensus Academy, we both were like, oh, I'm going to do this like fantastic super project, right? Like you begin with this ambition, right? And then every weekend you're like humbled. You're like, oh,
yeah,
cut. Until you reach a level, you're like, okay, it compiles, it uploads, I can see it on the server, it mints.
Damn.
Beautiful, right? I'm going to submit this one. Yeah. And then you move on to other stuff, right? So that, I think that's the level you're going to experience, right? And maybe it's like, okay, what do you want to have in maybe a year? And then we're going to cut it down to what we know you're going to have in 3 months, right? And
perfect.
It's more of, just going through it.
Good.
We're just trying to say this because we had this also with the other guys in last year when we kind of mentored them. And it was also again in, like a guy came and said, I want to have a whole token exchange, website. We're like, no. You do one token.
Yeah.
Build the old decks.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to actually start playing with that gated NFTs, because I haven't seen that done too many times, and I've seen there's a few libraries that actually does it though. Because I haven't had the time to play with that, but that would be something cool because that fits in nicely to our project.
Yeah. I wanted to present a lot of things I had the ambition to present a lot of things today on the coding side, but it won't work. I found 2 really nice examples. One compiled, it works. The other one I'm still struggling with. So maybe next time kind of present where we are with that. Anyway, think about what you guys want to do with the Academy as well. The other good thing is that the Academy has also people who are coders, and they might unlock us and help us with other production stuff. So we might really get people who are good in coding and the Archidao feeling. It was funny actually going like, oh, I'm an architect, but I have no idea about coding today in the meeting.
Many times you need to clarify, I'm an architect, but not a software architect, real life architect.
I'm an architect, but the real kind. But no, don't say that. Don't say that. I've done that once in a hackathon, but of buildings. Okay.
Okay. I'm mindful of the time here. So
one thing I wanted to mention, Major, can we do one-to-one, me and you, to kind of figure out a bit of the work, because I think there are a little bit of confusion. I want us to make it a little bit more simplified, but also start putting stuff in and then advertising it. So let's set a time at some point, me and you, half an hour, it won't take long.
Sure, sounds good. Yeah, I think like coming forward, so we'll update the D-work. We'll have project-specific meetings next Wednesday. We'll focus on stand-up. And in that project-specific meeting, I think all the people who are facilitating that, it might be good if we can also set up that call on Discord. So I don't know, like how much time we should wait. Looks like we are already seeing Teams, so we could wait one more week for anyone else to join until we've like finalized. Like
Let's start formulating the teams. You kind of get like people who want to work on infrastructure, crypto twin, and the website. If more people join, that's fine. I mean, they can join that infrastructure rather than we having to figure out everything from scratch.
Okay. Cool. And one last thing. So is it possible to set up a meeting with Una? Because at sometime soon I could foresee like IoT data.
Yeah, I'll email her to do that. Yeah.
Perfect. Cool. Anything?
The ArchiDAO white paper is being presented on Wednesday next week in Ghent. So
we should start some like celebration or tradition, like, you know, some people ring the bell whenever they do something.
Like this klaxon.
Yeah, we should start some tradition.
We'll get some feedback from that. So let's see how it goes, and then we're going to get feedback on the Metaverse papers and Crypto Twin on Friday, and we're going to know on Friday whether, or at least this is what they told us informally, whether they are accepted or not, and that kind of makes it more formal. So probably they will be accepted, but you know, let's see on Friday.
Hopefully.
And I'm thinking like it might make sense for all the Dev Guild members, we can provide access to the GitHub.
The only one who is not in, I think, is Simon. And Mehrad, are you on GitHub?
Yeah, just send me a link.
Yes, I'm in GitHub. I think I joined GitHub.
No, I don't mean that. I mean, have we added you? So part of the GitHub for ArchiDAO is public. So the infrastructure is public. Crypto Twin is private on purpose until we have something working.
Okay, I'm not there then. I'm not.
Okay,
Let me check. No, you know, even the work website is banned here, and sometimes GitHub is not working very well. I must find a way to open the VP. Where's the
Simon? Simon, what's your account?
PROKO.
No, Simon, you are there. I'm trying to not confuse the.
Oh, yeah.
Simon.
Just call me the Aussie.
Okay, good.
The Aussie Simon. The Down Under Simon. No.
Let me put it in the chat. 1 second.
Okay, excellent. I will switch pronunciations. I will go Czech Republic, and then I will go Aussie.
What's the difference? Like, can you say the pronunciation in both language? Okay.
Simon. And then Simon. Well, I
Okay.
need to work on my Aussie accent. Yeah.
Simo.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
I'll buy you a Bundaberg beer, and then I think that will.
So
Or
one is
Buddha.
Shimon and the other one is Simon. That's the whole difference. We have no Simon. I thought we have a Simon. I'm
Well,
confused.
I'm confused too.
I was American. So Simon is more American.
And we
yeah.
have no American. Okay. Okay, understood.
So I think I'm gonna have to make it work with the ash in the start. Like I'm the Shimon. Then it's easy.
Do you
Uh,
send an
okay.
invitation for the GitHub for Crypto in GitHub? Because
Give me a second.
okay. The internet
Okay.
on cell phone is working, but not the Wi-Fi.
Simon, you should have an invitation for GitHub for the organization. Mehsrat, I don't see you on our list, so can you give us on the chat your username?
Yes, it's Mersat88
Okay.
with
Give me a
no
second.
space. I just mistakenly gave it in space. It's like Mersat88.
I can see that account in the outside collaborators, not in members. That's maybe
Yeah.
the issue.
I did a typo, sorry. Yep, here you go.
Okay,
You
thank
are
you.
now invited as a member. As soon as you both accept, I can then assign you to repositories. So you're going to see Arkidal
Awesome.
popping up. Maybe you need to log out and re-log in. You're going to see the organization popping up in your GitHub. Any problems with GitHub and membership in Arkidal GitHub, just email me or ping me and I'll solve it.
Awesome, thank you.
Great.
Okay. Can wrap up. I think.
Any other subject?
I think I'm in now. I accepted the invitation.
Yep.
Yeah, I think maybe we could find some way to like daily share updates or in the Discord, like, or like some way, and like we don't need to wait for the next meeting. We can like asynchronously share updates.
I have been tweeting about the 100 days of code.
Oh, really?
Yes. You're not following me, are you?
No.
No, I'm joking, but most of it is boring stuff. But basically, you just I went like day 6 of 100 days. You know, what did I do today? And it's mostly also a motivation for me to kind of update everyone. By the way, we have an offer from Vasim to come talk about topology on the web, and I think we can invite him not next week but the week after to talk about how he puts topology on Streamlit.io and then what kind of interactions we can build with him.
That sounds very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, so No, I was thinking we can, as an ArchiDAO, collectively should tweet, or should we in the Discord channel everyone say okay, D6 this I did, or like I'm
Yeah,
trying to find like cohesive means of like.
could we just do kind of like tweet like things on the Discord, and then this gets picked up for the main account on Twitter? Would that work?
Yeah. Sounds good.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I still think like there are like few people who are figuring it out, and there are few people who know. So like if someone knows like this is the next 7 days, this is one task I need to complete, they know daily there's okay, this is I want to research, this is how I'm gonna code. I thought like in this call we'll summarize, but we got like 50-70%, but I'm not sure everyone now knows what are the next, what they should code today or tomorrow night. Like it's still a bit vague.
I would say if you want to work either on infrastructure or CryptoTwin, for CryptoTwin, let's contact you. For infrastructure, let's contact me, and then we make it work on that level. I need to work with you on the DigWork side to have all of the tasks, and then I think that's going to be us moving towards a better project management on how we do stuff.
Yeah, I'll try to organize the CryptoTwin project today or like tomorrow or something.
Yeah.
So all the people associated get like onboarded, and we start doing the daily update or of 100 days. Yeah.
Cool. I need to go. Gentlemen, ladies, enjoy.
Ciao.
Cheers, cheers.
Bye.
Have fun, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.